ito na yung tanong ko. Ito na yung last topic natin. Can Kimo turn any team into C contenders?
Okay.
Wow.
Excited na ako. Ano mo, excited na ako kanina. Nung break pa lang eh. Nung break pa lang, excited na ako eh. Yung point ko,
Anong point yan?
ilalagay ko lang muna siya sa numero. I will let the numbers speak for themselves. Actually, meron tayong numbers dito para ipakita natin. Historical win percentage ng execration since naitayo yung team in an international stage. 51.57%. Kimo, as a player in execration, historical win percentage niya is 48.48%. Nung TI6, execrations win percentage at TI6 from qualifiers to the wild card, 53.57%. TI7, nakapasok sila ng TI7 mismo. Inside TI7, 41.18%. Nasa 47 sila na percent kung isasama natin pati yung qualifiers. Today, execrations win percentage is 43% in premium games. So pro level tournaments. And a whopping 70% in amateur level events. Mataas. Pero ano yung point? Kaya bang gawin ni Kimo ang kahit anong group of 4 plus siya na player into SEA contenders? Siguro on surface level, masabi mong yes. Pero what does a contender mean? Contender ba ng amateur level events? Absolutely. 70% win rate ngayong season. Right? I took this at the beginning of this season. 70%. Pero kaya ba niyang maging contender sa SEA region? Hindi ako masyadong convinced.
So, hindi.
Hindi. Again, hindi ako kung ang ano natin is pro level matchup sa SEA. I will say this. Kimo is probably one of the most experienced captains in the Philippines. But I think what Kimo and Execration do best is finding talent to build around. I'm not necessarily sure kung ang ibig sabihin ba nun ay kaya nilang gawin ng kahit anong team into SEA. Kasi there are times in Execration's history where they have a team pero hindi siya enough. So they have to find talent to get there. Let's run down the Execration roster that's performed well. 53.57% win rate, TI6. Sino yung nandoon? Kimo, Abed, Teams, RR, Nando. Yung pa lang ulam na You have Abed who has entire organizations and roster begging to build around him. With that kind of talent, it's easy to see. I mean, the numbers don't lie. It's easy to see why it's a 53.57% win percentage para sa kanila. Nung TI6, their highest, siguro, seasonal na win percentage. At TI7 Execration, they had Bimbo. Nakapasok sila ng TI mismo, nag-qualify talaga sila mismo. In TI6, they dropped in the wild card. Dito nag-qualify talaga sila. Pero inside the tournament, 41.18%. Now I'm not saying that to knock on these players. These players are amazing. Pero I think makikita mo dun, bakit itong dalawang events na to, sobrang magkaiba, hindi naman sa sobra, pero magkaiba yung win percentage because, admittedly, the caliber of player dropped off. In 2015, 2014 before that, the players that they had were not of the same caliber as Teams and Abed. Siguro, backwards looking tayo, kaya sobrang no-brainer nun. Pero yun yung sinasabi ko, ang galing ng Execration maghanap ng talent. But they can't turn talent or they can't turn just anyone into that. So magaling sila maghanap, but they can't turn just a normal person into a caliber player. And the numbers will show it Tignan mo ngayon. Today, Execration has a 43% win rate in premium, 70% in amateur. Siguro doon nila nahanap yung mga players na ganun. And then it takes them 1 or 2 years na downtime. Then after yan, papalo ulit. Execration, malakas ulit. So again, I agree that Execration are very good siguro sa amateur level because doon nila nahanap yung talent na yun. And once they find that talent, ang galing nilang mag-alaga. Pero in the absence of finding a diamond in the rough like Abed, in the absence of finding a mechanical beast like Bimbo, that's when you see na parang nagdi-dip yung career nila. Nagdi-dip yung percentage nila. And this is not a knock on Kimo. I think that's just the nature of the beast. Marami na rin silang kalaban na organisasyon na naghahanap ng sarili ng talent. TNC, I think, is an example of a team that can turn just a normal player into a caliber player. I don't think anyone was lining up to get Sam H. And on paper, medyo hindi nga maganda yung on paper lang Kuko, nilagay mo sa 5. Si Sam H. Maraming haters si Sam H. Sabi nila, hindi siya ganun kagaling. But they've qualified for a lot of events with him. They've made it to TI with him. So yun. I think Kimo is really good at looking for the talent. Pero I don't think nandun sila sa level na kahit sinong ipasok mo doon, kaya nilang dalhin kahit saan.
No, definitely not. Kasi if you go back to the question, can he turn any team into a C contender? Obviously not. He's not the Dota Messiah. Hindi ko na kailangan
Not
lumayo.
Dota Jesus.
Hindi ko na kailangan nilayo. Pag ginawa ko company Kimo, kahit pubs mahirapan na siya.
Pag ikaw.
Pag ako.
Okay.
Hindi na kailangan ng
Ibubuo ba natin
not
yung
just
MMR mo?
anyone else. Wag muna.
Wag na.
Alright.
Ganun. Doon tayo mag-aaway.
But
Chill
then,
lang. Chill lang.
But then yung Dota contender, it's for me right now, or for C contender pala, right now, it's a low standard na for them. Contender kasi is very big. You don't necessarily have to win against these top teams, or you don't necessarily have to be the best. Contender is maybe, manalo ko minsan dito, kaya ko siyang taluhin on my good day. Otherwise, I'm gonna lose. But still, they still consider me as a threat. For me, that's a contender. And, of course, pag sinabi natin, not just any team, syempre, going back to our first topic kanina, we have certain sets of standards. Execration has a certain set of standard na kagaya na sinabi natin kanina, they're building teams or you're getting roster players which is in line to compete with Southeast Asia. Which is, I think, which is why na pag considering that na when they're getting these kinds of players, then maybe yes, they can be contenders for Southeast Asia. I'll compare them, sila yung local version ng Navi. Kasi Navi is like,
Para kailangan mo i-depend dyan.
Navi is one of the pioneer teams. Meron silang napakatandang, not matanda, sorry, that's a bad word. Meron silang veteran who's been with the team for a long time. And then, alam mo yun, they're one of the teams na napakarami ng roster changes. At isang maganda comparison, kagaya na sa time kanina, they're always defeating the teams where they're supposed to defeat. Pero, actually, Navi is stronger sa ganun. Pero, similarly, di ba ganun sila, na mahina sila, or mas na-expose sila against better teams, and then they win against the lower caliber teams. Also, they're a team na lumalakas pag TI, o bago mag-TI.
So
Somehow,
Navi.
pag magka-qualifier, nabubuo yung team nila, bigla silang nagiging malakas, they qualify for TI. And then, when you look at Navi, you're not gonna say na, when you can build around them din magiging world-class team kayo. It's not that. Because as many world-class players that Navi has, na kahit nasa ibang teams like Suneko, FNG, Roger, and players like this, Papi, Kuro, they're there, nasa world-class talent sila. It's not because of Dendi, it's not because of Navi, but basically kinuha sila ng Navi in
The organization nakita yung potential nila.
Nakita yung potential nila to compete with the world. Now, Execration is doing that locally. Na as good as these players are, these are people that they've spotted while playing locally. These are maybe nakalaro nila sa scrims, sa pubs. But this is someone they know. Even yung mga bata nila, let's go to Abed, and guys like this. Hindi naman yung first time naglaro ng Dota, nakita nila, let's bring this up. So, if you go to ngayon sa stats natin for Execration, you can see here na for players na may more than 25 games sa kanila, there's only 4 players na mahigit 53% yung win rate. One of them is BYB, which you guys may be familiar with. Kaya lang, ang argument is wala siya sa mga top tier events because of reasons. And then the other 3 players are DJ, Tims, and Abed. So again, kagaya sabi mo, those are world-class players by themselves na kinuha nila at dinevelop nila, but maybe not na-develop per se, but alam mo yun, kinuha nila with C region in mind. So as good as Kimo is, as experienced as he is, it's not his it's not because ginagawa na silang C contenders, but because Execration as an organization is already set up, geared, to create these kinds of teams to compete with Southeast Asia.
I think yun pa yung idadagdag ko dun eh. I think kung mayroong nga talaga superpower, it's that eye for talent. And that doesn't necessarily mean na may kapangyarihan silang to turn anyone into it. I think tama yung sabi ni Ren. Kung sasaling na si Ren doon, siguro may hirapan sila, pubs pa lang. Diba? Pero ang
Kailangan
galing,
mo bang ulitin?
I mean, ikaw nagbigay nun eh. Pero yung ibig ko lang sabihin, again, credit where credit is due. They are very good at spotting talent. Diba? They spotted Abed, and Abed is a young prodigy. Diba? They've known about, may mga ibang players naman sila na, like for example, si Nando, who's always been with them for the longest time, BYB as well. Pero I think once you look at that route, dun mo rin na makikita na parang in the last few years, kinuha nila DJ. Right? Kinuha nila si DJ, but DJ was already experienced. Kinuha nila si Bimbo. They've played with Bimbo. In fact, they were able to qualify for Star Ladder with Bimbo. That's way back, I think, 2015 or even 2014, Star Ladder 9, I believe. Pero again, Bimbo was already established. So, they have an eye for talent, pero there are times when they get a player para maging C contender sila. And once you start doing that, I think doon mo makikita na this is a team that knows what it wants. It knows how to find it. It doesn't necessarily create stuff for itself. May mga times na ganun. May mga na-develop din naman sila. May mga strategy sila na, for example, I think Kimo is the single captain sa region to bring back silencer support. Just as a way to make sure na yung Abed Mipo na strategy nila works. And again, that's just knowing what you want, knowing what you need, and then building something. They do that in a gameplay manner, pero I don't know if developing the talent that they need necessarily is the same as that. So, I think yun yung pag nakita mo yung stats breakdown, pag nakita mo yung historical breakdown, I don't think masasabi mo na kahit sino kaya niyang i-turn into that.
And again, this is nothing against them.
Nope, nothing against them.
I think this is something very hard to say. I don't know, put any player there if it's a variable. Na just put any
Just
random
to make
players there.
things clear, wala.
I think clear naman yun na naman natin eh. I think si Lucky Mo and kahit na si Execution's owner, si Boss Arvin Rizos, I think they would admit that naman. Na meron silang mga times na syempre lumalakas sila. They got Adam 343 siya. Well, he's no longer 343. He got him for a short period of time. Marami silang natutunan from him. They didn't necessarily qualify for a lot of places, pero marami silang natutunan from him. So, kapag may nakita kang ganun, that tells you na pati sila nasa learning stage sila eh. But the way the question was given, parang can Kimo turn any team into SEA contenders? Dapat siya yung nagtuturo most of the time. Right? I think in this situation, makikita mo na, no, I think they're a team na, again, they know what they want, they know how to look for what they want, they get it every now and then. Pero dumadaan sila sa parang Philadelphia nga, trust the process eh. Minsan, medyo dehado dahil walang players na makukuha. So, hintayin muna tayo.
So for now,
I think masasabi ko na, I don't think Kimo can turn any team into an SEA contender. Pag binigay ko siguro yung stock natin dito na naglalaro, pag binigay ko si Alo sa kanya, tingin ko baka mag-retire talaga siya for real eh. Pag pinaglaro ko siya, si Sir Mike, ibibigay ko sa kanya, Team WXC. Tingin ko mag-retire sa atin.
Team Sir.
Oo. Si Makay pa nga, shoutout kay Makay, ang muse ng Execration at ng Combo.
So basically, pares kayo ni Ren.
I think so.
Yeah.
Right? Okay. So, buti naman, hindi tayo masyadong, nagkasundo kayo.
Nagkasundo kami eventually.
Nagkasundo kami eventually. So, okay. So, sa mga viewers natin dyan na gustong mapanood yung lahat ng mga topics na pinag-usapan natin, pwede niyong, or kung kakapasok niyo lang dyan, pwede nyo itong mapanood sa YouTube. YouTube ng WXC.